office, every single one of y'all, 4 years. 4 years. Except for Miss Lewis, who's new. And I hope at some point we'll get to have that relationship. Which this is the reason it doesn't count to me that none of y'all called me prior to enacting this. The only person I spoke with was Mary. And I honestly believe y'all moved it. But that's on me. That's what I believe. This is nothing more than you playing politics. Councilmember Pollard, Councilmember Salinas, Councilmember Kagan, y'all are playing politics with our officers. That's what you're doing. Our officers are out there doing a job every freaking day, working their butts off to protect this city. We had over 2 million contacts with citizens last year, less than 250 citizen complaints. We had over 2 million contacts with citizens last year, and we only had 74 incidents where we had ICE detainers on someone and we turned them over to ICE. Don't tell me we don't have bigger issues in this city. We can't get our water cheap. We cannot get our heavy trash picked up. We can't get a fair housing market. We got all kinds of issues that city council should be dealing with, and no, we're worried about this. 74 traffic stops last year. It's not about politics for us. It's about making sure our people are safe. You don't know what those warrants are for, man. You have no clue what those warrants are for. That guy could beat his wife 3 or 4 times and then follow him and send him back. That may be what that administrative warrant is for. You don't know. And Ms. Shabazz, see, that's it right there. You keep talking about how you support law enforcement. Don't ever let me catch you say that again, because you, last week, you said we're racist.
You are really out of order.
You can speak. See, that's the attitude right there that you give people that live in this city. And you said there last week, your comments were that we were racially profiling people. I take the best of that, and about 5,400 officers take the best of that. So don't sit there and say you support us, because I disagree with you. Now, again, I don't want to play politics here. I want to do our job. I want our officers to be protected out there. If something happens and we don't take somebody in on one of these warrants and they go and kill somebody tomorrow or rape or rob somebody, guess what? We're on the hook, and so is the city of Houston, because y'all don't want to enact this ordinance. I'm asking you to please consider get politics out of this. Quit chasing about national politics till we don't care.
Time is expired.
Thank you.
Just a second, Jeff. You want to comment?
Oh, yes, I do.
Please do.
First and foremost, I was elected by the people, and you applied for a job.
No, I
So
didn't
that
apply.
means that we have a different mandate. Your behavior, I want to tell you to your face, was disrespectful last week. I'm surprised you didn't kick the bench. But certainly, then you get on social media and you threaten. I didn't get the police support when I ran the first 2 times. So I'm good.
In the future either.
It's okay, because you're one person and you don't even represent the pack, okay? And you have 54 members who think for themselves.
54.
I'm not really sure that they want to be immigration officers. That's not what they were hired to do.
And they're not.
So certainly, do I need to comment every time? Did I comment every time you said something?
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not. But certainly, your behavior has been really inappropriate, and I hope the other officers don't act and speak as you do, because that may be why we have a problem here. So anyway, we're good, but I'm glad you came, because I don't talk behind people's backs.
Oh, you know what? That's why
So that you know, your behavior is totally out of line, and we
comments about our
all
officers
elected
are totally out of line.
by more people than hired you, okay? So, you have a great day, but what you're doing here by telling us what we should and shouldn't do is totally out of line.
Well, maybe you should have contacted us.
But you know what else your job is? Your job is to do what we approve. So, get busy.
My history speaks for itself.
Get busy.
Time's up. Councilmember Salinas. I'm sorry, you want to go with?
Yes, come back, Mr.
Say
Griffith.
that.
If I push you down, be careful.
See, comments like that.
That's okay. Comments like
Go
that.
ahead, man.
So, Mr. Griffith, I want to clarify again some facts. I have repeatedly told you to call my office, and I'm happy to sit down for a meeting. I have never, let me finish my comments, and if you want to respond, you're welcome to. You have never taken me up on that offer, and I stand here to continue today. Call my office. I'm happy to have a conversation and explain the ordinance. I wish you would have taken me up on it rather than making all those statements so I could have explained all of your misunderstandings regarding the ordinance. Second, you keep talking about how we're putting all of our officers at risk regarding discretion. Your officers exercise discretion every single day. Every single day they make determinations about whether to issue a ticket or to arrest someone. You're not here complaining to us about that because you trust your officers just like we trust your officers to exercise discretion effectively. We are here to empower them, not disempower them. Third, you made a comment to Houston Public Media telling us to shut up and run the city.
Yeah.
We are running the city. We're ensuring that HPD follows the Constitution, and I hope you will do everything in your power to ensure that our officers follow the Constitution. And lastly, you accuse us of playing politics. Today, your office released a cartoon of myself, Councilmember Kamen, and Councilmember Pollard. Is that not playing politics? I have now released a cartoon of you, sir.
Feel free.
Do you think do you think we should reduce our discourse to cartoons of one another?
Yes, some city councilmen thought it was funny, but that's a different story.
I would expect better of the police. I would expect better of the police officers union, and I bet your members would as well. Nothing further.
Thank you. Councilmember Clifford.
Thank you, Doug. You said there was over 2 million stops last year, is that correct?
2 million interactions with citizens.
Okay. And how many of those resulted in a deportation by ICE?
74.
And were there more than 74 ICE warrants that came up as hits?
Yes, there were another 98 that were released because the Immigration and Customs Enforcement did not want them.
So the majority of the time, when there was an ICE warrant that was found, ICE said, no, we're not going to deport these individuals. We don't want to take custody of them.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Pollard.
Thank you. Doug, you're right. You've had a good relationship, I can say, with me, and we don't agree on this issue. And we have talked over the phone. We just don't agree. I will say that there has to be a level of respect for the council. That's an elected body and elected members who are voted upon to be in these seats to represent their constituents. Everyone has different backgrounds, different perspectives, different ideology, different parties. We're always not going to agree on everything. But I think the manner in which we communicate is extremely important because we are all in leadership positions. The entire city is looking at us as leaders. And that's why I try not to take things personally. From the cartoons to any of the rhetoric that's out there. But I also respect your leadership position and wouldn't come at you a certain way. And I am asking on behalf of my colleagues who don't need me to come to victory, but specifically my spelling system, that there is a level of decorum that I think is due, and that we speak and communicate to each other respectfully and as professionals, and understand that we're always not going to agree on things. You have your assignment to do, and so do we. So I do want to thank you for coming forward, but I do want to make those points clear. And I hope going forward that the discourse does not become divisive just because we disagree, but we can do things that we feel is in the best interest of our city, even if we're not always on the same page. Thank you.
And to be fair,
Councilmember Shabazz.
to be fair, ma'am, you're right. I should have addressed you like that at council. But the way I did, I just apologize. The way you made comments last week, it was very disparaging of our officers, and I took it personally. I really did. That's why I got left, because I was so mad. I walked out of here. So,
The mayor respected that, I accept. But I just want to say, when you talk about playing politics, what are you doing when you go on social media saying that you're not going to support anybody that runs for office? Is that not playing politics?
No,
What you're also doing, you're muddying the waters. Nobody is saying that people will not be arrested if there's a criminal warrant. That is not what we're talking about here. And then while we're counting the stops, George Floyd was one stop too many.
Okay, time is run.
can I go? I can go, right?
Sir?
I can leave, right?
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Carolyn Rivera. To be followed by Roderick Griffith.